friends, it is fall. So today I am making for you an acorn squash brown butter soup. And it's going to be a pretty good backdrop for other ingredients, like if you wanted to add protein to it, if you wanted to serve it with a little bit of rice, you could do that. Chicken, pork, garbanzo beans, those would all be really good. Cannellini beans would be really good with this. The soup itself is really good on its own, but if you wanted to make it a meal, you could add a protein. So the things you'll need for this soup are a stock pot, a roasting pan, an immersion blender will work best. You can use a blender or a food processor, it's just a little bit more work. Some well-loved spatulas, they don't have to be well-loved, mine just are. A vegetable peeler, good knife, good cutting board. All right, so let's get to it. So, I'm gonna move these things aside for now, let the man go through, and I'm gonna start off by having my squash, which is always a fight, but it's best to go like on the seams. And you just kind of keep going through there. This can be a little tricky.
Keep pushing through.
Well, you don't really want to go through the stem. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to go around it a little bit, which, there we go. Working my way back to you, babe. All right. Right, so, I mean, we're just gonna scoop this out and dump it in here. If you want to save the seeds for spring planting, you can do that. You can use them as, you know, you can bake them if you want to. I might not do anything with them.
I think it would be nice to have like a squash garden.
Yeah, I mean, if we're still here next spring, maybe. All right, here we go. Okay, and so now...
You can also donate them to like community gardens.
That's true. Yeah, there are things you can do with seeds, and people appreciate that. So I am just cutting this along the seams, and you want to make sure that your hands are well out of the way of the knife when you do this. And yeah, here we go, last one. Okay, and then this one too. So if you get around the stem, you can just cut it off, it's fine. So now I'm just peeling these. And this, you can actually bake it with the skin on. It's up to you. I prefer to take the skin off because it's just less work later. But yeah, you can totally just peel them now too. Okay, so we got them all peeled and diced. You want them to be kind of roughly the same size so that they cook evenly. And I'm just gonna give them a generous little shaking of oil here and a good pinch of salt. And the higher up you go, the more area you're gonna cover with the salt. And then I like to get in there and toss. So that everything is pretty evenly coated. I'm gonna get my hands washed and then we will put this in the oven. It's gonna bake at 400 degrees for about 40 minutes. Hello. So we're back and our squash has baked. I just pulled it out of the oven. It's still very hot, but that's fine because we want everything to be hot because it's soup. It's soup, damn it.
Good soup.
Good soup. So I am dicing an onion right now. This is a yellow onion, which is probably the best thing for this recipe because it's nice and sweet and you'll get some good caramelization when you fry them. I'm actually going to use the whole thing this time. And you can just kind of, when you're cutting an onion, you can kind of just do it this way too, like just get rid of the very germ of it. You don't need that. I'm getting this in the pan.
It's still pointing down, so you
know. All right, and I'm going to add a little bit of a neutral oil to this, just to keep them from burning to the pan. But you don't want so much that, you don't want a ridiculous amount. So right now what I have here, as far as the mise goes, can you look in the camera and like, right now what I have as far as, can you see everything?
It's kind of blurry right now.
Okay.
Okay, you're good.
All right. Right now what I have 20 ounces of stock. I've got a whole onion that I've chopped. I've got 3 tablespoons of butter that we're going to brown, a tablespoon of garlic powder, and a tablespoon of curry powder, and then our squash. And so right now I'm going to move over to the stove, and we're going to work on getting these onions nice and sweaty, and also browning the butter. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just sweating this onion. I'm not actually going to add salt to it this time because there's plenty of salt in the stock that we're going to add to this in a few minutes. And I'm also browning this butter. So, yeah. And you've seen me brown butter a few times, but you can watch the process if you want to bring it over.
Okay.
Okay, so the butter is starting to change. You can see it. All of the emulsified butter has melted, and now it is starting to pull the milk solids away from the fat and the water. The water is cooking out, and that's what the steam is. And so we're just watching that. You don't ever want to walk away from butter that you're browning because it happens very quickly.
So, to answer the question...
Okay, just a minute, just a minute. All right, so see that? Can they see that?
Yes, they can
Okay.
see that.
So now the solids are being pulled up to the top, and it's foaming up. The water has essentially cooked off. You don't see any more steam. You can see a little bit of brown, and if you shake it, you're going to see this, and this is exactly what you want. You want to take it off the heat right now. Okay, so now I'm adding the squash to the onions, and they are becoming a little bit caramelized, so I'm keeping an eye on that too. You want to keep stirring things while you're adding. And I've also turned the heat down to medium at this point.
Make sure you get all that squashy goodness.
Yeah, all this squashy goodness. That's why we're here. We are here for the squash.
The squashy goodness is important.
All right. So these are looking good. And now I'm going to add the stock. And it'll calm down a little bit, thankfully. All
So
right.
to answer our questions about whether onions can be replanted with the roots not intact, they can.
I was wrong, and that's okay.
Of course, this is the AI.
Okay, this was the
AI overview.
Oh, well, yeah. So I just added the curry powder to this. And now I'm going in with the garlic.
The garlic.
And all we have to do now is blend it up. I'm gonna let it simmer for a couple of minutes before I blend it. All right. Hello. We are ready to blend. Yeah, I'll add the bill at this stage. Yeah, something like that.
If that's offensive to French people, I am sorry.
Is that what you were doing?
Yes.
Le bill. All right. Sorry. Yeah, the thing about immersion blenders is they'll squirt you. So you want to keep them deep. Deep in the soup or the sauce or whatever you're blending. Or stay close to the walls of the thing you're using them with. All right, and I think we're there.
That's it.
That's pretty much it, yeah. So let's go in for a taste. I'm just gonna rinse off my blender head real quick. One thing I love about immersion blenders is they are very quick to clean up. I love that. A little bit of soapy water. Okay, so I'm gonna go in for a little taste. Oh yeah, this is really good. It's really comforting, really autumnal. There's a little bit of curry spice coming through, but it's not overpowering. The garlic is well balanced. Yeah, make this. Make this, just do it. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye!